This is Jeff and Jodi. Hopefully we're going to give you a little bit of information about the camper so that you might refer to it when you're on the road. So this is entry door, and as we go in, the first thing you're going to see down here is there's a use button for use and store. This operates the deep cycle battery. So if you want to use some of the back lights and stuff while you're driving, you push the use button and that will turn on the lights. Right next to it is for the awning. There's an extend and retract. So the use button always has to be on use when you're extending and retracting the awning. So this is real simple. You just extend and then retract. These two buttons up here are for outdoor lights, on, off. Up here we have the control panel up here, which operates the generator, the tank heaters, the water heater, and gives you levels for your tanks, your holding tanks for water and sewage and battery, and for the LP gas. To start the generator, you're going to push the stop button down until the red light above it appears. Once that's on, it's primed and you can start it. Hold it down for about 5 to 10 seconds and it should start up after it's primed. Once the generator is started, the air conditioner and the microwave, you'll hear click on, and then the generator will be powering the microwave and the air conditioner as you're driving down the road. If you want to use those two items while you're driving, you need to turn on the generator to use those two items. The other items like the light and the water pump, which is here, when you turn the water pump on, you can draw water from the tanks that are your holding tanks. When you're parked and plugged in, you do not have to use the generator if you're plugged into shore power at a campground. Once you're plugged into the campground, you'll be able to run the microwave and the air conditioner on the shore power. These little indicators right here are for LPG, is for how high your LP gas is, how full your tank is, for things like the furnace and the stove. This is a battery indication that tells you the level of your deep cycle battery. When this is low, when your deep cycle battery reads low, you need to start the generator to charge the battery. These are your freshwater tanks, your black water tanks, and then your gray water tanks. Those just give you levels to see how full all of your holding tanks are. These two tank heaters you will not need. They're just for camping in the winter so your tanks don't freeze. So you will not need these. You will need the water pump unless you're hooked up to city water, and we'll show you how to do that. This water heater, these two, one operates on LP gas, which you can use while you're on the road. The 110 volt is used when you're plugged into shore power, again when you're parked in a campground and you're plugged in. The microwave is here, simple operation, just like when you're in the house. Pretty simple. The stove, you're just going to turn the gas on and then spark it, and it will come on. Pretty simple. Again, you have lights throughout. The refrigerator freezer, when it is off and you're on the road, if the use button is on use, you can turn it to auto and it will run on LP gas. And once you plug in, it will automatically switch over to electric power. Jodi will show you where all the storage is when you arrive. There's different storage spaces up here for clothes and towels and whatever you may bring. There's a coffee pot up here For your use, there's a few K-cups up there that we keep on board with some creamer and some cups for you. All your utensils are here for cooking. Paper plates, napkins, paper towels, salt, pepper, and some plasticware for you. We'll turn the generator off now by holding the stop button, and also turn off the pump because we won't be needing it.
There's also soap and cleaning in the top drawer. Underneath the stove and the oven is pots and pans. This is where we usually keep the garbage can, fly swatter. There is storage here. If you don't keep this locked, then it will fly open while you're driving. There's cupboards and a few hangers for your use. There's a drawer down the bottom. We generally keep a roll of toilet paper in here for you to start your day out. There's a couple cleaning supplies in there, a couple washcloths too. There's a shower curtain. Make sure when you're going down the road that the overhead stays closed. Those are closed because they'll pop up and down and break the plastics. There's some more lights here, more storage up here. We'll show you how to work windows, opening and sliding windows. There's a bed up here. Both beds come with the waterproof mattress covers so that we can keep that nice and clean. Go ahead, Jeff.
So outside, exterior of the vehicle, the first compartment is for storage. You can store your camp chairs or whatever you need to take with you. There's a toolbox. There's jumper cables. There's a tire iron. This is an extension cord. This is our Hazel. This is an extension cord for if the shore power cord that's connected to the camper isn't long enough to reach the campground outlet. This is a hose for hooking up to campgrounds that have water available on each site. Make sure all these are closed before you get back on the road. Some people forget. This compartment is for LP gas, which you will not need to access because it'll always be full for you. Make sure before you take off on the road that you adjust your mirrors so you can see everything behind you. On the driver's side, just behind the driver's door, there's a compartment for shore power. This shore power is for hooking up at campgrounds, and this is a 30 amp outlet. There is an adapter for 110. If you hook up to a neighbor's house or someone in the family you want to hook up to their garage, this adapter is on the cord, and so you can use that also. If you run a 110 cord, this is for a 110 volt outlet. If you run 110 volt out of your family or your friend's house, you're probably going to not be able to run the air conditioner or the microwave because they pull too much power to use a 110 volt cord. However, you can use the furnace and all the lights and charge the battery. If you need to run the air conditioner and you only have 110 volt, unplug the 110 volt and run the generator, and that will run your microwave and your air conditioner. This right here, just behind the driver's door, is for water storage. It's for carrying water with you. If you fill this up, because you won't have city water hookup, when you fill this up, you'll need to turn on your pump, your water pump, to use this water. And that button we showed you earlier. So this is for water storage.
Like washing dishes and drinking water.
This water hookup here is the city water connection. So what this is for is if you have water available on your campsite, you can hook your hose from that spigot to this connection and you'll always have water pressure, so you will not have to run the water pump. This is the sewer connection outlet. So when you need to dump the gray tanks and the black tanks, you just lift this up. There's a connection right here that you can just twist off. And then this hose here will hook directly onto that connection. All you do is twist it just like this with these hooks right here. Just that connection under there will look like this. And you just put this in and twist. You twist this hose onto that connection. And then the other end of the hose goes into the campground dumping station. Once you get this hooked up and the other end of the hose into the dumping station, just pull these two levers out and it will dump both the gray water and the black water. This is the gray side, this is the black side. Doesn't matter which one you pull first. You can pull them simultaneously, it'll empty both tanks. Wait until that's emptied out, then you just close these two back up and put the cap back on. That's all there is to it. And we will always provide rubber gloves for doing dumping the station.
Gray water is like your sink water, and black water is from your toilet.
And that's about everything you need to know. Thanks so much and happy trails.
What about that compartment? Do they need anything for that compartment?
Nope, that's the generator.
So this is the generator. So you don't need to access that at all.
And this is a hot water tank. And you don't need to access that, it's all automatic.
And then the only thing I'd like to show them as well is opening and closing the door, the curtains and the windows. And we can go through that when you get here.